Today is the 31st of December 2023. As the year draws to an end, it is important to reflect on key events that have taken place in our motherland, Zimbabwe. Firstly, I'll reflect on the political situation. On the 23rd of August 2023, Zimbabweans went to the polls to elect the president and also the National Assembly Parliament. It was marred by serious irregularities that were also cited by various observers that included the EU and for the first time also the SADC and the African Union. Despite all odds weighing heavily against CCC, a new party formed on the 22nd of January 2022, managed to gain 103 seats out of 280 of the National Assembly seats. A remarkable achievement for a new party led by President Nelson Chamisa, a very charismatic young man who have dominated the opposition politics for the past 10 years, here since 2018 when he took over from President Morgan Tsvangirai. Still within the political reflection and analysis, within the 4 months after the first election, a worrying scenario within our politics manifested itself with Sengezo Shabangu purporting to be the interim Secretary General of CCC, recalling in the first batch 9 MPs and councillors, which shocked both the electorate, the CCC, and our neighbors, because the position of interim Secretary General doesn't exist in CCC, and Sengezo Shabangu was never an interim Secretary General of any political party in his entire life. But ZANU-PF, the Speaker of Parliament, Mdende, accepted that letter of recall, endorsed it, passed it over to the President, who is Emmerson Mnangagwa, and he was also quick to proclaim through the government gazette dates for the by-elections. Out of the 9 by-elections, 9 constituencies, ZANU-PF snatched 7, with 2 going to CCC. The reason why ZANU-PF managed to win those 7 was not because they had now the popular vote, but because the legitimate CCC candidates were removed from the ballot paper on the last minute before the elections. So hence, those elections ended up being sham elections, rubber-stamped by ZANU-PF, and the constituencies handed over on a silver platter. And Mavuku is one of those where the candidate for CCC, Munya, was disqualified, and then Scott was declared the MP for Mavuku Tafara without even a ballot. And as I speak, as the year draws to an end, the battlefield are drawn within both the opposition and the government. The whole scenario seems to indicate that ZANU-PF is involved at the highest level in giving power to Sengezo Shabangu. And there are already flags to indicate that might be true, including various court sightings where each time Triple C took the case to the court then ruled in favor of Shabangu. Although there would be overwhelming evidence that Shabangu is not an interim Secretary General of any political party. But that's the scenario in Zimbabwe. You'll never win if you are not from the ruling party, which is ZANU-PF. So it is worrying, because what that means is that the political space is fast dwindling in Zimbabwe, undermining the democratic principles. We thought that we have traveled a long way since 1980 independence. The removal of Mugabe, everybody thought that would usher prosperity, reconciliation, and Zimbabweans reaching to each other and in unison working towards the prosperity of the country. But here we are. We seem to be going deeper and deeper into politics of animosity and toxic politics at every level of life, which is a tragedy, really, which is a tragedy. Zimbabwe needs unity more than ever before, and Zimbabwe needs leaders who are true to the values of our nation, values of our national struggle, values of the needs of a prosperous Zimbabwe across the board, and not to have partisan judiciary, partisan police, partisan security sector. We'd expect that by now we'll have very professional sectors of those organs, so that Zimbabweans can have confidence that the security is working for their national interest, the police is working for their national interest, and so there is separation of powers between the executive and the judiciary. Unfortunately, this is not the case. So, yeah, it is very much worrying from a political point of view. I'll come back with another reflection separate from the politics before we roll into 2024. Thank you for listening.